you like gist. So I told you guys to ask questions the other day. That was like a month back. You guys should ask questions related to personal development. Okay, so I didn't even narrow it down. I just said ask questions. And I just thought that you guys would ask questions related to personal development because that's what I preach most times. But you guys asked like questions that I don't know if I'll be able to give answers to. Anyways, in this video, I'll be answering some, like 80% of those questions. So I'm just doing this because I gave my word that I was going to answer the questions. That's why I'm doing this. So it's not as if I like what you guys are asking me. You want to know everything. Welcome back. Yes, this is my second video for the year. You're welcome. So before I answer those questions, I will just be sharing some of the things I learned from the second book I read for the year, and it's titled Live the Let Go Life by Joseph Prince. Stay tuned. So like I said in the video I posted on my Instagram page, Living the Let Go Life is a Christian book, but it would benefit you irrespective of your religion because it's applicable to our everyday life, especially if you're based in Lagos or you're based in like a busy city where you can be mentally drained sometimes. So number one thing I learned from the book is that letting go means letting God. So you letting go doesn't mean you're just letting things go and then you're living your life to chance. No, it's beyond that. So it is you letting God take the steering, take the wheels and run your life. So it doesn't also misplace you from doing other things you need to do, but having God like as your foundation is what letting go means, and letting God. Yeah. So the second thing, let me read what I have here. Many of us are too used to doing things the hard way. We don't believe that life should be easygoing, so we try to take on as many things as possible. God doesn't want us to stress. He has it all figured out. He will take care of us. So the first line said, many of us are too used to doing things the hard way. Like we believe we should just stress. Like we just believe that things shouldn't happen easily, and I don't know where this mindset is coming from, because God has made everything we need available for us. So I'm not saying we shouldn't work, but the fact that you have the mindset that I have to like struggle before I get something is a wrong mindset. Really is a wrong mindset. So like I said, I am not saying work should be underrated or should be totally taken out. No, please don't get me out of context. What I'm trying to say is that you don't necessarily have to like suffer before you get things done for you. So living the let go life helps you know that you don't really have to suffer to get things done. So number 3, let me read it again. Living the let go life medically helps us as well. It helps us to stay sound and helps our vital organs function adequately. So this point is really, really important. I'll share a story, a true life story, and I'm sharing it because we have overcome it as a family. So my dad is hypertensive, and what triggered it was that there was a point in his life where things weren't going so well and he was worried about how he would train his children. I was about to finish secondary school. He was wondering how I'll get admission into school, how he'll be able to sustain me. And then my younger sister is just like a year, so if I'm entering school this year, she's going to enter the next year. So my daddy saw that there are like a lot of responsibilities already coming to his face that he needs to embrace. And knowing that my dad is the type that really loves education, he would not want to ever jeopardize your education because he doesn't have. So that period, my dad got to think a lot and worry a lot. Like he kept on worrying, and he was looking so dark. He was losing a lot of weight, and it affected him. So there was a time it was really bad, and his BP got to 290 over 140. I'm sharing this as a testimony as well, because God saved my dad. It could have been worse. It could have, like, he slumped with that and he didn't die. And they told him to stop worrying. So I know that sometimes you can't help but worry, but I think we should really learn to understand that God will sort things out for us. God will. So the third point here is that when you learn to worry less, you help your body and your vital systems to function well and stay in check. The fourth thing is that when you live a let go life, you realize that you have a more fulfilled life in Christ. So you're letting go of situations that are weighing you down. You're letting go of that thing that has caused you heartbreak, or that person that has caused you to be heartbroken. You've put aside a lot of things. You've cast all your cares. The Bible says that we should cast all our cares and burdens because he will take care of us. So when you learn to do all of that, you realize that you are focusing more on the God factor, focusing more on your relationship with him, and you realize that you live a more fulfilled life in Christ. It is only when you live the let go life that you make the most of today. That is point number 5. So when you don't worry too much about tomorrow, how you're going to survive, how the future will turn out for you, you focus and channel that energy in focusing on today and focusing on now. And it helps you make the most of today, and helps you to make memories, helps you to stay happy, helps you to do the things you really want to do. The number 6 point is actually pretty long, so I'm going to read from my phone. So number 6, irrespective of all that has happened or is happening, perhaps you're feeling anything but peaceful. Whether you feel his peace or not, by faith in his word, believe that he has already given it to you. So this point is telling us to believe and have faith in the finished work of Christ. Have faith knowing that he would never leave you stranded. So sometimes you may not feel like God is with you. You may not feel like he's doing anything about your situation. But learn to believe at all times. Believe that he is with you and he will never ever let you go. He watches over the raven. He watches over the birds. He watches over every living creature. So how much more you that is made in his image? He would never hold it against me. He would never leave you stranded. He will always come through for you. So even when you don't feel it, know that he is there with you. Yeah, he's with you and he will never leave you stranded. The 7th thing is that fear shuts you up. Let me read. It deprives you from benefiting from the promises of God. So no matter the negative prognosis, rest on the finished work of God. I think one thing that I've been repeating is resting on the finished work of God. So fear comes with worrying, and it shuts you up. It deprives you from benefiting from all that God has in store for you. So learn to discard fear, learn to overcome your fears, and know that God is really going to come through for you. So how you can live the let go life is you're listening to messages that would stir you up, listening to messages that would help you feel better about yourself, help you know and realize that it is sorted out already. Yeah, so that would help. Then spend time with people you love, spend time doing the things you love. It helps as well. It would help you to become better. And on the long run, if we really apply this in our daily lives, would realize that it helps us. So when you focus on things that will make you get better, it's still what we're talking about, personal development. You have time to focus on yourself and get better for yourself. So like I said, it's a Christian book, but it cuts across every sphere, and I hope that you apply all of these things. And if you need the book and you have my number, you can always reach out to me. I'll send the PDF to you. So yes, that's it about the book. So in no particular order, I'll be answering the question. So let's start with this. Someone asked, how would you describe yourself in 3 words? So 3 words I'll use to describe myself. I am enthusiastic. I think I was asked this in church one time. We're all asked, and I remember saying that I know I'm very enthusiastic. So number 2, I am jovial. Well, I think it's relative sometimes, so I can be with some people and not be jovial, but naturally I'm jovial. I love to play, I love to be the life of the party. So, but like I said, it's relative. Then number 3 is that I am lovable, so I have a lot of love to dish out. So I'm enthusiastic, I am jovial, and I am lovable. This person asked, why are you so fine and how do you do it, and will you marry me, knowing that this person is a lady. Okay, so I'll answer the why are you so fine and how do you do it. How am I supposed to even answer this? Why am I so fine? I focus on being happy, and I know that when I'm happy I just radiate this beauty. So it's more about me being very happy and content and comfortable with myself. Then of course I take care of my skin. I love to take care of myself. I love to look presentable at all times. So when you come out that way, you look fine. I guess. Yeah, so another question. Okay, I'll be reading it. Sorry, I want to ask my question now. I was very busy. In Genesis 1 verse 1 says, in the beginning God created heaven and the earth. 2, and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. Before God created heaven and earth, where was God? Okay, so there's a second question from this same person. Genesis 1:27, God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he, male and female. Verse 28, God said, replenish the earth, subdue and have dominion. That means earth is our dwelling place. My question is, why do people want to go to heaven? Does God not want us to dwell on earth? Okay, so the first question is, before the heaven and the earth was created, where was God? So I remember as a growing child, I'm still growing, but I remember when I was still much younger and I was at that age where I questioned everything, I also asked and wondered this same question, wonder what the answer to this question would be. And I remember I was having sleepless nights, like I was racking my brain. I was concerning myself with what doesn't concern me, really. Like, if you want to dwell on that, you would just have a lot of issues. Focus on the fact that there is God. Believe that there is a God. Because I am not a philosopher, I don't know the answer to that question. I feel that God exists, and I don't know where he was before he created the heaven and the earth. I don't have the answer to that, and I really don't want you to think about that too much. There are better things to focus on. So yeah, so the second question was why. Okay, we need to talking about how we need to, God's intention for us is to replenish and subdue the earth. So why do we want to go to heaven? So we're supposed to be on this earth, but it's a temporary thing. It's in the word of God. We're supposed to stay here, but he would call us home at a point. So either through so it's going to be when the rapture comes. Even people that are dead already would be risen to be with Christ. That's for those that's made it. So we being on the earth is God's plans for us, yes, but it's not like his only plan. It's not the only thing he wants for us. He wants us to be with him. He wants to have a gathering of believers in heaven as well. So whilst we are here, we're going to make impact. We're going to leave our footprints on the sands of time. We're going to enjoy everything that God has made available for us here on earth. But this is not where we're supposed to be, like, for life. At a point, we'll have to go and be with our Father, which is a great and wonderful idea. Okay, so 3 people asked like a similar question. I'll just like combine the 3 and answer them at once. So they asked, okay. So it's basically them wanting to know how I juggle between making videos, my business, and my career. So they want to know how I juggle the three of them together. So I think the first thing I'll say is it's not easy. It takes a lot of my time. That's why there are like a lot of unread chats, and a lot of people complain that I do not have time. I do not attend a lot of social gatherings, and I know I'm trying right now. I've been intentionally making efforts to go out weekends. But so how I do it is that I create a to-do list of everything I'm supposed to do. So I don't do this daily, but I try as much as possible to document them. Then I also like have it in my head as well. I have what it is I plan on achieving every week, and I take out time to tick those things. So how do I really do it? I don't know. There's no strategy per se. I just know that everything is important to me. All of these three things are important to me. So I take out time. I make out time to attend to the three of them. In my career, I love to build a strong career path in HR, and I'm focusing on that. It is important to me, so I have to deny myself of some enjoyment and go to work and get my ass down and work. Then is it influencer zone and posting videos? I try. So this one I don't even get to do it all of the time, but I try. It is important to me. I love to be of help to people. I love to make impact in people's lives, and yes, so I have to do it. It is important. So there's this adage that you make. Is it an adage? But there's this popular saying that you make out time for someone you love and for things you love. This is me just making out time because I love to do it. Then my business as well. So my dad would always complain, how come you're still making wig? Why are you still doing wig? With work and everything. So he understands that money must be made too from that point, and he gives me the support. My mom as well give me that support. So it's just me loving the three things, yeah, and making out time for them because they are very important to me. There's no strategy. So once you really love something, you make out time to get those things executed. Yes, so these questions I just answered made up like 30% of the questions people asked. The remaining 70% were like a repetition of each other. So people kept asking the same question, asking like, what is going on? So I would not have loved to give answer to this, but there's really nothing there. So this question is, are you in a relationship? Who is the person? Why are you single? I don't know, how did you know that I'm single? Anyways, so that is what they've been asking, the relationship question, and I don't know. Anyways, are you in a relationship? It is no. Why are you single? Okay, why am I single? I don't know. Okay, I've probably not met that person that has made me want to give relationship a try again after the first time. Yeah, that's it. Then that's basically it. You guys want inside gist? It's okay like this now. I've tried. So, but as I'm saying, or as I'm making a record of this video, this is the 24th of March. Yes, so tomorrow it can change. So if you, in case you watch this video next week or in 2 weeks time or whenever, it may not be the same answer I'm giving you now. So but as it stands now, your girl is single, yeah, and making waves and focusing on myself. But at the same time, if you feel you want to try, I don't know, but yeah, that's it. So I've answered your questions, guys. I've tried. I know that I have tried. So you take care until next time. Stay safe. I love you. Make efforts to better yourself because it's never a wasted effort.